So, Simpsons are back. All fans have asked for new Simpsons-Sets, and now we have one new of the Krusty burger. And who are you in the first?
Okay, my name's Nathan Davis. I'm a graphic designer with the Lego Group, so I'm responsible for things like designs on the minifigs, decos, stickers, and some such things in the box. And yeah, I've been with the Lego Group for 1.5 years.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the model? So what we are seeing here, I see Krusty, I see the burger shop, and so on and so on. Perhaps can you lead us through all the details?
I can. So this entire model, the model builder was Anne Healy. She had a lot of fun with this set as well. She's also a big Simpsons fan. I nearly said Krusty fan, one and the same. So we've got the minifigs here first. So these three, Homer, Bart, and Lisa, are going to be very familiar to fans who've got the first and second series of Simpsons minifigs. And
are they the same?
They are essentially the same. I think we did reuse the same molds for them. Mm-hmm. If it's not broke, why do we need to fix it? We wanted all of the figures to fit in with previous series. Homer, of course, is eating out, so he's got a bit of a stain on his shirt already. Bart and Lisa, of course, definitely going to go along for the ride. Lisa, because they now have a vegetarian burger at the Krusty Burger. And then our 4 new minifigs would be Krusty in the farming outfit that he wears for the Mother Nature Burger advertisement. We have the squeaky voice teenager who works, I think, every service job in Springfield. We have Officer Lou, who's getting a coffee or a meal, or possibly even catching our last minifig, which is Sideshow Bob, a sworn nemesis of Krusty and Bart, and occasionally Lisa.
I think in German it's Tingeltangel Bob, and I think he's only a bad character mostly. Is this also a reason that now we have an 18+ set, and the other sets were, I think, more also aimed to children, that we have him new in this set?
I don't think that's necessarily what kept him out. It's more that we brought him in here because he made sense with a Krusty burger. It's a set where we have both Krusty and Bart. He was a fan-requested character, and also one that those of us working on it in the building wanted to see in there. So this seems like a good time to bring him on.
Okay. And now we would like to see maybe, first of all, the facade of the building, and then, of course, a look inside.
That we can do. So, I'm trying to remember what it's like without looking at it. So here's the front of the building. We have, obviously, the main entrance, open 24 hours, over 12 people served. There may be some damage on the front where people might not have parked properly. Around this side, we have the drive-through with a menu. We also have the grease trap from inside, and I'm sure someone will be getting very rich off of that grease at some point soon. We have the employee entrance, or the meat-like byproduct delivery entrance. And then going further around the back, this is obviously not the road-facing side, but we've got some graffiti and a few posters stuck up from previous elections in the Springfield area. And then further around, we've got a much more green foliage side, a little more inviting, a little more natural, and also where you're finished with the drive-through, and then coming back around to the front, there's a bin right by the front door to make sure that you don't litter too much on your way out. And then to open the model, I should say there's also an extra secret entrance you can get in through the top, which is great if you happen to be a nefarious character like Sideshow Bob. If you grab the fan here, you can actually lift the entire roof off, and we now get to see inside the restaurant. So you can see the dining area, and we have the kitchen area and the service area, as well as a small restroom. And if we go from the drive-through side of the building, if you open that up, you can get access to the entire model. Going from left to right, so here we've got the cooking stations, we've got the Drederick Tatum grill, we also have a little removable fry basket with a gold claw piece, which works as a wonderful stand-in for French fries. We have, if I stand up, a little mop station. We've got a fridge. On top of the fridge, we have some very expired Krusty brand coleslaw. We've got an ice cream machine, which there's a sign on it, which is, of course, out of order.
Like McDonald's.
I wouldn't be at liberty to speak about other companies. We have counters here. Those two numbers on them will be wonderful references for Simpsons fans. One, of course, is an episode number where a car we will get to may have appeared, and the other one will be familiar to anyone who's watched the opening credits. And then we have full menu up the top for customers coming in. Moving further around, we have an advertisement for the Mother Nature Burger. We have a dining area where we can actually pull out the tables and the trays. These trays can also be stacked up at the end when customers are done and all the food is gone. We also have one of my favorite little details, the Ribwich Burger, which is made out of 2 roller skates. We also have the Krusty Fun Zone to put the kids into. A wonderful ball pit. And then I think one of Anne's proudest moments in building the set was getting this wonderful dining area couch, which feels like some of the leather, what's the word? A sort of leather diner couch. Mm-hmm. Going further around, so we've got a bin and a cleaning station on top of it. We have the entrance to the bathroom and an ad for Homer's favourite burger, the Ribwich. Inside the bathroom and behind the wall with a lot of notices for the staff. You'll notice that the bathroom is probably going to need that mop and bucket from before. There's a bit of water on the floor. We might need to change out the loo paper. And the mirror has seen a few better days. But it does at least remind you to wash your hands before you return to work. Then further around here, we've got the next order coming up, which might take a while. It's for 700 Krusty burgers. We have a microwave and a little station for Buzz Cola, Diet Buzz, and of course the next flavour on the menu, Buzz with Lemon. We also have a coffee station here for the early morning customers, and that would also include Officer Lou with his coffee. And I'm hoping that's all the details for that. By all means, I may have missed something. We do have a full menu on the outside as well. And we have, pardon me, the entrance sign for the Krusty Burger, a wonderful brick-built clown. Mm-hmm. And with the in sign for the drive-thru, that's a good introduction to introduce Homer's car.
But it's different.
Yes, as it's a very Krusty-related set, it means that we got to not just bring back the pink car, but put in a reference to the Homie the Clown episode and make it more than just pink. We got to decorate it with a wonderfully horrible green, pink, and teal livery.
So the pick of color is kind of obvious when we know all. I mean, we all know the original Krusty Burger. So it's orange, tan, nougat. Was it hard to pick the colors? I would guess not this time, right?
Not this time. We've already got a lot of reference to go off of. The cartoon itself uses a lot of bright colors that play well with the colors that we already have in system. So there wasn't really much need to... Yeah, I think Anne did a wonderful job of balancing the garishness of a fast food restaurant and Krusty the Clown, and in a way that's still very aesthetically pleasing.
It seems that you are also a Simpsons fan?
I am. I grew up watching a lot of the episodes. I probably have donated far too much of my brain to Simpsons quotes from seasons 1 through 10.
This sounds good. What we'd like to know is the piece count here. Do you know how many bricks you use?
To my knowledge, it is 1,635. So give or take a few. But as far as I know, I know it's just over 1,600 definitely.
So when designing the graphics, and especially I think that means also the sticker, I think.
Yes.
How many % of your ideas found the way to the final model?
I'm going to say well over 80% to 90%. And that's because we know definitely that it's a restaurant. We know which characters we want to make reference to. So we're just writing as much down as we can, but also we have a lot of wall space, and that makes it easy to get more than a few references. There's always going to be things where we went back later and thought, why didn't we put this in as well? But that's simply because of the wealth of information we've got from 30 years of The Simpsons.
So what has been the biggest challenge while designing this set?
For building it, for Anne, I wish I could speak more of to what her challenge was. I think in making sure that it was a very clear footprint, she gave herself the challenge of making such a, I really think it's a fun kitchen, especially with that seating arrangement. I think for me, in terms of design, it's hard because it's one of those sets that I had so much fun working on. Nice. It's hard to see anything as like particularly hard about it. Yeah, give me a moment. I'm just trying to think.
It's all good. I just want to add my favorite detail is really here that we had some issue here with the polar, so that the car.
Yeah. Perhaps I think perhaps this is perhaps this is also would have been a challenge that the humor in Simpsons is partly very rough and also for adults. Were there discussions inside Lego, or when you have ideas, what references to include that partly it's not in the line of the Lego idea?
We always have people in the company making sure that we're not going too far and not making anything that's going to be uncomfortable in the set. I'd say that the closest thing to that is probably a little reference to the missing Krusty burglar. It's a slightly dark joke in the show, but I can assure you he is alive and well. He's only missing. And it's an old poster. He's been found by now.
Okay. So it seems we are all ready for a burger now. Thank you so much for showing us this lovely model. Give my best to the designer as well. But as well, I mean, it was awesome to talk to you because we've seen so many graphics here in the set. So it makes absolutely sense to talk to you as well. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure meeting you and talking about bringing The Simpsons back.
Yes, and that would be my suggestion, more Simpsons-Sets. But you will not answer to this, but I can have a wish. And I think it could be also a problem, what I mentioned before, that not all buildings are in the line of Lego's idea. Like, for example, the atomic, what's the English word for it? Atomkraftwerk.
Nuclear power plant.
Ah, you are perfect German. So that's only for me I talking about, you have not to answer.
I would, of course, always encourage people to leave their comments on the lego.com website, feedback on the set itself, but also to let us know that they'd like to see more sets.
Thank you so much. Bring on!